Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, where we shine a light on the hidden stories within corporate filings. And get ready, because Modiv Industrial is here to tell us a story about their preferred stock dividends. And let me tell you, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Let's dive in. Modiv Industrial, a company you might recognize from its stock ticker MDV, is back with an update on its preferred stock. Now, this isn't your typical quarterly earnings report. Instead, it's a focused disclosure about a specific type of stock they have, the 7 3/75% Series A cumulative redeemable perpetual preferred stock. Think of preferred stock as a special kind of ownership in a company. It's a bit like a loan with a promise of a fixed return, but it also gives you some ownership rights. The big news dropped on September 12th, 2025. This is when Modiv Industrial announced they declared a dividend for their Series A preferred stock for the third quarter of 2025. A dividend is basically a payment a company makes to its shareholders out of its profits. To get the details, they attached their official press release from that day. So even though this filing is a bit technical, the core message is about a dividend payment. Let's unpack the specifics. The company's board of directors, which are the folks who make the big decisions, authorized and declared a dividend on this Series A preferred stock. The amount for the third quarter of 2025 was a hefty $795,117. Now, if you own shares of this specific preferred stock, you'd be looking at a payment of around 46 cents per share. This dividend is set to be paid out on October 15th, 2025. But here's a crucial detail. You only get that payment if you're a shareholder whose ownership is recorded by the close of business on September 30th, 2025. It's like a snapshot day to see who gets the money. Now, the company always includes what's called a safe harbor statement. This is a standard legal bit. They're essentially saying that while they're sharing information, there's no absolute guarantee that future dividends will be paid or that they'll be the same amount. The board decides future payments based on how the company is doing financially and other important factors. They also put a disclaimer on forward-looking statements, which are basically predictions about the future. They're saying, hey, we're trying our best to give you a good picture, but things can change and actual results might be different from what we anticipate. This is super important because it protects them if things don't go exactly as planned. Let's talk about that 7 3/4% rate. This is the fixed rate of return for the Series A preferred stock. It means that for every $100 invested in this stock, the holder can expect to receive $7.75 per year in dividends, provided the company declares and pays them. This is a key promise made to these investors, which can be attractive in uncertain market times. When we look at this filing, it's not about reporting overall revenue or profit and loss in the typical way you'd see in a quarterly earnings report. Instead, it's a very specific announcement. They are highlighting the decision to pay a dividend on a particular class of stock. This tells us that the company is meeting its obligations to these preferred shareholders. It's a sign of financial stability in that specific area, showing they can afford to make these payments. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we're looking for the company's ability to consistently generate cash to meet its obligations. Modiv is demonstrating here that it can meet its dividend obligations to its preferred shareholders. This is a positive signal, especially for this specific group of investors. They're not cutting or skipping payments, which is good. However, the filing doesn't give us the full picture of the company's overall financial health. We need to see their other financial statements, like their balance sheet and income statement, to get a comprehensive view. The fact that they are declaring a dividend on preferred stock is a sign that they have sufficient cash flow to cover these payments. It's a commitment that they are upholding. However, it's crucial to remember that this is just one piece of the puzzle. The redeemable part of the stock's name is also noteworthy. This means that Modiv Industrial has the option to buy back this stock from shareholders at a certain price in the future. This gives them flexibility in managing their capital structure. Now, let's consider what this filing doesn't tell us. It doesn't reveal whether the common stock dividends are being paid or what the company's overall profitability looks like. It's a laser focus on the Series A preferred stock. For investors interested in the common stock, they need to look at other filings. This report is primarily for the holders of the Series A preferred stock, or those closely watching the company's debt-like obligations. The perpetual aspect means that, generally speaking, there's no maturity date for this preferred stock. The company can keep paying the dividend indefinitely or until they decide to redeem it. This implies a long-term commitment to this class of capital. So what's the takeaway here? Modiv Industrial is fulfilling its promises to its preferred shareholders. This is a good thing for those investors. For the company, it's a sign of responsible financial management in meeting its contractual obligations. However, always remember to look at the entire financial picture before making any investment decisions. This filing is like a single note in a much larger symphony of financial data. To wrap up, Modiv Industrial's announcement on September 12, 2025 confirms their commitment to paying dividends on their Series A preferred stock. It's a clear signal of financial responsibility towards this specific shareholder group. It shows they can meet their obligations, offering a sense of stability for those investors. However, it's just one part of their financial story. What's your perspective on Modiv Industrial's approach to preferred dividends? What signals do you see in this focused filing? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more in-depth looks at company finances. We also have a fantastic Discord community where we break down these reports further. Feel free to join, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.